say ghetto, I mean, wow, it was pretty ghetto. There was gunshots pretty much every day. All those police sirens, and our apartment has so many cockroaches that it wasn't even worth trying to exterminate them because the whole block had them, right? It's like you kill them and then they come back from another house. And it was kind of funny because that's why at nighttime I would jump on my tippy toes when I would have to go to the washroom because I didn't want to squash anything. And my parents tried their best to be frugal, and I remember always looking for sales. And when we went out shopping, and we shopped at a place called Aldi, and we tried to get the best bargain in Aldi. If you don't know what Aldi is, don't have to worry about it. But incredibly cheap, by the way. All my clothes was hand-me-downs. None of them actually fit. And every picture that I had of my childhood, and we didn't own a camera, so we didn't have any pictures, I was wearing pretty much the same outfit and had the same toy in my hand, right? Because I only had one toy. And for winter time, my parents couldn't afford gloves or mitts, so they would put tube socks on our hands and then put a rubber band and use them as mitts, right? So having said that, life was fine because my parents, were very loving parents. And then my mom passed a nursing exam and became a registered nurse, and it was like night and day. And we were eating steak. I went to Toys R Us, and I couldn't believe there was a store with just toys, and that's it. And I was like, where were you all my life? This is incredible, right? And then I remember the first time my parents drove in with this almost new, relatively new, used Oldsmobile Delta 88. It was, when I saw that, I thought it was just the baddest ride I've ever seen in my life. It was incredible. It was a car that ran actually pretty well. And it had power windows, cassette AM, FM player, white wall tires, most importantly, an air conditioner, which is incredible. And so my life just flipped upside down after my mom became a registered nurse. And it became glaringly apparent to me at a young age that money could be of some use. So I started working to earn my own money. I delivered newspaper routes, sold lemonade, shined shoes, even washed cars at a very young age. And I actually did well at newspaper routes. Just all these kids, they would deliver newspapers on their bicycle. It was just a ridiculous concept, right? All you do is go to the apartment complex and just unload all your newspapers. And then they would only do one route. I mean, it made no sense at all. We just take a big wagon, and I would go with 5 newspaper companies, and I'd put it all in a wagon, and then drop all 5 of them in these apartment complex. It's always interesting how kids wouldn't, the parents didn't tell them that stuff. But anyways, I really quickly started saving money, and then when my parents started making enough money, we went to the suburbs of Chicago. We purchased the cheapest house in the worst neighborhood in a very good school district, which I think a lot of people do, right? A lot of Asians do that. And that was another revolutionary experience. And my school was made up of mainly Jewish people and some Asians. And these kids were driving to school with a BMW. And I only saw drug dealers drive that car, so it was just incredible. And so these kids who were the most popular and the best looking in our school, well, no, I'm sorry, not the best looking, but had the best looking girlfriends in our school, drove nice cars. And I drove a bicycle, a roller bicycle. So I thought to myself, okay, I need a serious upgrade, and I need to buy a car. So I could actually get into, I didn't really care about status, it was really more to get a girlfriend, right? So I decided I took on more jobs. I started a couple businesses, like a painting company, a landscaping business, and so on. And eventually, in several years, I actually saved enough to buy a car, a brand new car. And I remember the first car that I purchased, there's a little nuance, don't worry about that. It was an Integra GSR Type R. So those of you guys who don't know what that car is, to an Asian man, teenager, that is like one of the best cars you can drive within your price range, right? And I still remember it was a 1.8 liter VTEC engine, had a double wishbone suspension, had almost 200 horsepower, 10-disc CD changer, leather, spoiler. So I like the car, right? And I remember when I got that car, I was like, wow, this is the car I wanted, right? I got a stick shift, it drove really well. And I met Grace, and she didn't even like my car. Matter of fact, she thought it was a girly car. But she wasn't well educated in the world of automotives. I'm not going to get defensive, but I'm just saying the Acura base model versus the GSI, it's like a total different car. Totally. Maybe the body body looks the same, but outside of that, nothing the same. And I think most of you guys know this, right? Oh, you guys are too young. We should know this. This is true. And so what happened was, another revelational experience happened. I got my girl, and I didn't even need my car to do it, right? And so I think back how hard I worked for all those years, 13 years of work. And I remember when I walked into the dealership to buy the car, the salesman, I remember what he said. He said, "Man, I wish I had a parent that would buy me a car like this." I said, "So do I. I just worked and I made this." And he was just shocked. And he looked at how young I was, and he was shocked that I was actually worked this hard to save up all this money to buy this car. And I think back to it, how focused I was, right? To work so hard to purchase this car. And it's because in my daily life, I was reminded every day. I go to school and I see these same guys drive a certain type of car, wear a certain type of clothes. And because of that, it was a constant reminder of what I want to achieve and how hard to work. And because of that, that actually helped drive me to a specific goal. And I think a lot of times in life, and those are what I call distractions, but in the same way, they have the same effect as what the scripture can do in your life, if it's a constant reminder. And that's what the great part about Living Life Bible Study is, this course. I think in our Christian walk, we need a constant reminder of the scripture. Constant reminder of the testimonies that God gives us in our life. And the Living Life course, what helps you is it provides discipline on quiet times and prayer times, and helps you to structure your life in a way so that you are constantly reminded of the truths of the scripture. And by doing that, I really believe that you can live a successful life. And that the goal that God has set before you, that goal is constantly reminded in your minds so that you can work towards the prize. I don't think I've ever kind of said this to my wife, but I'm like, I actually worked for her for 13 years, even though she didn't appreciate the call. If you guys are thinking about taking this class, and you feel like your life is sort of sometimes always in a position where back and forth, where you're kind of in a spiritual rut, I think this class would be very effective to help you to be more effective in your Christian walk. I think it will help you to. It's actually a fun class, by the way, as much as there's a lot of homework. But it's a great way to, at the very least, give you some practical disciplines, some practical lessons that you can take away, that you can apply every day in your Christian walk. So you take the class, and thanks a lot.